Hi guys, thank you so much for jumping on and watching this video. My name is Vicky, and what I'm going to do is keep this short and sweet because I know that your time is very valuable. But I want to go through and talk about how I got started with essential oils and what you need to know about them, the how, what, why, that kind of stuff. So back in the day, about 4 years ago, I was all about the candles. I had them going constantly from the second I got home. I would use the Glade plugins and the little oil with the stick coming out, anything that I thought smelled good, perfumes, all of it. And I never thought much of it until I started dating my now husband, who would come over to my apartment and have a lot of issues with breathing, and he felt like his throat was closing up and really struggled. So after he told me that, I like him, I married him, so I stopped using them. And I actually noticed that my chronic headaches were gone, but no, not my precious candles. They couldn't possibly be. So I never made the connection until later on. And then at around the same time that I was moving in with him, my friend at work, for probably about a year, she was sitting next to me talking about essential oils and how, her kids were sleeping through the night and she was having the best sleep of her life. It was helping her with emotional support and skin support and all of this stuff. And I was like, sure, you keep doing you, and I'm just gonna do me over here. After a year, it was kind of hard to argue when I started getting really curious. And around the same time, when I was moving in with him, I started missing the candle glow and, the nice smells, and the seasons were changing and all the fall time smells. So I kind of on a whim signed up with her, and when I brought this stuff home, my husband was pretty skeptical because he always had such issues with scents and fragrance. But the reason I finally decided to take the plunge is because I had learned that fragrance is kind of a catch-all term. They can hide over 300 chemicals or toxins or different synthetic fragrance in that word because it was a way to hide ingredients from other companies so that they wouldn't steal, the scent, which back in the day was fine, but now there's so much synthetic stuff that it really, you never know what's really in your product, so I would avoid anything with that scent. So that includes everything I had been using before. But when you're diffusing, let's say lemon is just cold pressed lemon from the rind. So if he was having a reaction to that, he would have a reaction to lemons. So that's why I finally took the plunge, just to see. But he was skeptical. But I diffused it for the first time, and he had no issues in the second and the third. And now we are, over 4 years of using this, and he's never had any issues at all with the scents, which is super, super cool, right? So there are 3 different ways to use essential oils. The first one is aromatically, so you put it in the diffuser, or I will even sometimes put it on like my clothing if like I want my infant to get the benefit. You can really use anything for a little diffuser. I even put drops of like pine essential oil on my Christmas tree and things like that. Then you can use it topically, which it might actually be the most frequent way that I use it. I'll put it straight on my chest, or if I'm having any discomfort on like in my shoulders or my back. If there's one that doesn't particularly smell well, something that you don't like, you can put it on your feet. You can also put it on your feet if because it's quickly absorbed through your feet. and then you can put your socks on and kind of forget about it, which is what we do a lot. I tend to put the immune supporting ones on the kiddos' feet, and then I put socks right on them, and then kind of go about your day and forget about it. And then the third way that you can use essential oils is ingesting. And some will tell you never to ingest essential oils, and that's fine. It's completely up to you and your comfort level. I personally would never ingest any essential oil other than Young Living just because I feel so comfortable with the company. They have a seed to seal guarantee, which means that they know exactly what is happening in the process from the seed all the way through until it comes right to your doorstep, which I think is really cool. And other essential oil companies can't say that. You can actually go and visit any of the Young Living farms at any time, I mean, as long as they're open, and you can even participate in the entire process, which I really hope to do one day. I think that would be super cool. But a lot of the other companies, you have to either book an appointment to come and see the farm. Some will only do it for groups, and there are some companies that don't even have farms or know where their crops come from, which is super scary because if you have middle people, you know they're just trying to cut costs, and so that's why I only really feel comfortable with Young Living, and that's the only one I would ingest. And so I wrote down a whole bunch of notes because it's kind of early. The only other thing I wanted to tell you about the farms is I was reading a really cool statistic the other day that the lavender farms in Utah takes $12,000 to weed because they only hire manual labor, so they're doing this by hand, and that's so $12,000 per acre. Now the other companies, they use herbicides, which obviously is much faster and it's also much cheaper. It costs them $60 an acre. So you may be able to find frankincense cheaper at Bed Bath & Beyond or Walmart. I mean, essential oils are everywhere now. But do you know where it came from? Or does it just have diluted oil and then fragrance added to it so that it can be cheaper? You know, that's why a lot of people don't ingest or even use on their skin, is because it's really just perfume. And isn't that the whole reason you got into essential oils in the first place, was for the health benefits? So it might be, some of the essential oils might be a couple dollars more, but in my opinion it's completely worth it because I'm looking for that health benefit. So to get started with essential oils, what I did is I signed up with my friend, and then she plugged me into, it really wasn't an entire community. It sounds cheesy, but they have so many resources on, if you're interested in the research of it, or interested in more diffuser blends, how to be safe with your kids, with your pets, different articles. They had everything. And so when you sign up with me, you also get access to all of that. And we are adding stuff multiple times a day on giveaways and different recipes and how-tos and different tips and tricks on how to make everything last a little longer to get the most bang for your buck. And that is how I started making this into a little side business, because I was blown away at how much behind the scenes things there are, and how it's not just buying essential oil at a store and then going on about your day. Like, we make sure that you are using it and you know how to use it and why to use it and when to use it and all of the things. So everyone on my team signs up with a starter kit because it is by far the best bang for your buck. You get your choice of a diffuser, 12 different 5 milliliter essential oil bottles, And I'll go through each of them in a second. And Young Living also sends you a couple samples of their other most popular products in addition to the essential oils. And you also get a goodie pack from me and 24% off everything for life. So that's pretty cool. It's getting kind of sunny out. But that's really cool because when you run out of essential oils, you have a built-in discount, which is super cool. You don't need to use a code or anything. And then you also get access to the community that I was just talking about and all of that great information. And it can either be over email. We have a text message class series where we send 2 texts a day for a week on different things. There's so many different topics. That could be a video all on its own. Facebook, email, phone, mail. There's like a little catalog thing. So you're never like left by yourself. But anywho, I want to go through the 12 different essential oils super quick. So the first one is lavender, which everybody knows it's great for relaxation, calming, but we also use it all the time for boo-boos, scrapes, bruises, post-surgery, that kind of stuff. It's because it's so good for skin support. I also used it when I was pregnant. I would mix this and frankincense, which is another one that's great for skin support, and rub it on, my midsection to help support my tummy, stretch marks. Frankincense is another one that comes with it, and in addition to skin support, it is also fantastic for grounding and meditation. I put this on constantly throughout the day when I just kind of need a deep breath. Okay, we're good. We can keep going on. One of my favorite things to do is put some on my chest and take a bath and have music going, and it's lovely. Pan Away is for any pan, if you know what I'm saying. So it's a blend of wintergreen, helichrysum, clove, peppermint, and you can roll it with some coconut oil or straight on your legs or your shoulders or your back. Post-exercise is one of my favorite ways to use this for sure. You can even take a bath with Epsom salt, just really nice. Even like that time of the month, rubbing it on your belly. Raven is the next one, and this is a blend of peppermint, eucalyptus, lemon, and wintergreen. And when you think of Raven, think of respiratory support. So, the seasons are changing right now, and any sickness, yuck, you get stuffed up. If you put a couple drops in the shower and take a nice warm shower, and it's got that steam effect, it's really opening and feels like a spa. I actually use Raven all the time, even when I'm not stuffy, because I just love that smell in the shower. It's also really good for working out, just to open up everything and help you breathe better. I'm always diffusing it. You can also mix it with coconut and do a DIY kind of to replace Vicks, because there's a lot of yuck in Vicks. The next one is Valor. So that is black spruce, blue tansy, and geranium and frankincense. And Valor is probably one of my favorites. It's hard to choose, but this one is called Bravery in a Bottle, Courage in a Bottle. So if you are doing a presentation or something big at work, or even hard conversations with people, we keep it in the diaper bag for emergency situations, urgent care, or just change in routine, that kind of stuff. It really supports well. It's also been called chiropractor in a bottle, so when I get back from the chiropractor, I rub it on my back just for added support. And this is a great one to diffuse for kiddos if they're prone to nightmares. This one's a really good one to diffuse in the room. And also, if you have a significant other that snores, put a couple drops on their big toe, and it works wonders. Peace and Calming is the next one. So Lang Lang, orange, tangerine, patchouli, blue tansy. This one is probably the one that really made me a true believer. My cat was having a really hard time adjusting to moving in with my now husband, and he was acting out and nipping people. And when I started with my starter kit, I first started with Peace and Calming and Lavender. It was my favorite. It's still a classic diffuser blend. And we really noticed a change, and I was blown away. I have a lot of people ask about safety with diffusing with animals, and the biggest thing is just making sure that they have a way out. So it's diffusing in the living room. If there's a smell that he doesn't like, he is more than welcome to leave the room. The doors aren't closed or anything. He always has an exit strategy. But in my 4 years, I have never had any issues diffusing around him. The next one is Stress Away, so copaiba, lime, cedarwood, vanilla, lavender. This is a really, really heavenly smell. Stress Away, pretty straightforward. Everyone in the world has stress. Put a roller on it, and I like to put it on my wrists, up here at my neck, and just smelling it. I honestly use it as a perfume or a cologne and wear it to work or around kiddos or whatever stresses you out, and you'll see a big difference. Peppermint is next, and peppermint is fantastic under the tongue for like a fresh breath, pick me up after like a funky meal. It's also good for like upset stomach. So when I was in my first trimester, I would put it in my hand and just kind of take a deep breath when I was feeling like upset to my stomach. It's great for when you're riding in the car, kiddos with like motion sickness. Also, it keeps the buggies away, so I diffuse this a lot when I did home care and I go into funky homes. I put this around my ankles to keep just buggies away. Next is Daijai, so this is also a blend that has peppermint in it, as well as ginger and lemongrass and a bunch of oils that support upset stomach. So this is kind of like the next step. I don't use this one too frequently, but I love that it's in my house for when I do need it. So if I eat too much or eat something that I shouldn't have, or having a hard time going, that kind of stuff, you can either put it under your tongue, or if you're not comfortable with that, you can rub it on your belly. It is not a pleasant taste, not a pleasant smell either, but I use it more for a medicinal reason that I'm using it. You're never going to diffuse this one. It's going to sit in your medicine cabinet, and you're going to be so thankful you have it when you do need it. Next one is lemon, and lemon smells fantastic. You can add it to your water if you like that taste. It's a natural detoxifier and appetite suppressant for working on the New Year's resolution. It's also a really awesome gooby gun. So you know how sometimes you get like picture frames and they put the sticker right on the frame? Take a little cotton ball with some lemon, it'll come right off. I have seen this take crayons and paint off walls or hardwoods. I even saw it take gum out of a little girl's hair so she didn't have to get it cut, which was super cool. Next one is Citrus Fresh, which has lemon, orange, grapefruit, spearmint. So I really like to diffuse this one when I'm cleaning. It smells fresh and springy and just awesome. I even sprinkle some on the carpet before I vacuum. You can also add this one to your water just to make water more interesting, get you drinking it. And then the last one is Thieves, which could arguably be the most popular Young Living essential oil. It is clove, lemon, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and it is for all things immune support. So we are constantly putting it on the kiddos' feet and then put socks on as we go about our way in the morning. Even use it on hands when we're going into the grocery store and touching like nasty cards, that kind of stuff. All things immune support. So diffusing it when the seasons are changing or if someone's getting the sniffles. I even have a wellness tea that I drink that I add Thieves, lemon, and peppermint in hot water and drink that. It's really good for your throat or just to give you a little boost. It's actually so popular and so effective that Young Living came out with an entire Thieves line with cleaner and veggie scrub and laundry detergent and dish soap, hand soap, all the things. And the cleaner we use, you actually get a sample in your starter kit. It's a little packet, and you add water to it. You put it in a spray bottle and you add water to it, and this packet lasts a long time. We use it for everything: floors, hardwood floors, walls, marble, countertops, windows, carpet, everything. And what I love about this cleaner is on the back it says, if ingested, dilute with water. It doesn't say call poison control or induce vomiting or anything like that. So I feel comfortable cleaning the high chairs with it and cleaning the floors with it when I have kids crawling on the floors. So that makes me super comfortable. You also get 2 samples of the Ninja Red, which is Young Living's antioxidant drink that actually has the highest antioxidants on the market. And a drink on the market right now has goji berries and wolfberries, and I have noticed such an improvement in my energy, my regularity. I really love it, and I haven't missed a day in 3 years probably. The What else does it come? It comes with a hand sanitizer, which they don't use the stuff that like dries out your hands with other hand sanitizers. They use peppermint, so it's moisturizing. It's really nice, and it comes in a little sample, which is the perfect size for like your purse or diaper bag or your car or office. You also get a spray bottle that already has these in it, which is also great for all the things I just stated, especially like if you're going to a restaurant, just spritz it real quick and wipe it down, and then you know that the table is really clean. You also get 2 rollers that I was talking about. So you just like pop the top off of an essential oil bottle and you put the roller on, and it's immediately a perfume. So the Stress Away or the Valor, you can put it right on, even the Pan Away. So that's really, really cool. So you get all of those goodies. And then I send you a welcome pack, and you get access to all the information I was telling you about and 24% off for life. So an amazing deal. Originally, if you buy like everything out, it's over $400. And if you buy it now, it's $165, which is a phenomenal deal. I've actually bought 3 starter kits because when I run out, it makes more sense to get another kit than it does to buy everything separated out, which is really cool. So you can sign up the way I just talked about. You get a diffuser, which I can send you your options, the 12 essential oils, the sample packs, the goodie welcome pack, the community, as well as the 24% off. So that's your first way you can do it. And then if you want even more bang for your buck, Young Living has an essential rewards program where you spend a minimum of $50 a month and you customize your box each month. It's because Young Living has baby products, cleaning products, makeup, there's so much that they have. And so we've kind of switched over everything that we used to buy at Walmart and Target, toothpaste, deodorant, all that makeup, all that stuff, we now buy through Young Living. So I signed up for the Essential Rewards. You earn points on everything that you get. You get gifts. There's so many benefits. And then you can spend as little or as much as you need. So there's months that I spend $50. There's months that I spend $300. It's whatever you need and what your interest is. So you can sign up with Essential Rewards, but the cool thing that they're doing now is your starter kit can count as that first month. So you don't have to actually buy anything extra. You would just get your starter kit, sign up with Essential Rewards, and then next month you could customize it. And I can always help you with that. And if you do that, I will give you $10 back in product credit, which then you can use on more free product, which is really cool. So those are the ways to get started. I absolutely love to hear back from you. I can send more information if you want. I can answer any questions, but really, without sounding too cheesy, like these essential oils have really changed the way that I look at wellness and the health for my family. And I feel like I'm protecting them more and decreasing their toxic load. And I would not change a thing. And so that's why I got into this business, so that I can share with other people and get them started, because I think it's super cool how effective they are and how they really, really work. So can't wait to hear back from you. And thanks for sticking around.